Welcome to the Stories That Sparkle. I'm Hella Rader. Really excited to have you here, and I'm really excited about getting this podcast going. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. It's also been a real journey for me to find my voice and use my voice. So now I'm looking forward to creating a space for other women to use their voices and tell their stories. I will be sitting down with a bunch of different women from all over the place, women from different backgrounds, perspectives, lifestyles, professions, different shapes, sizes, colors, cultures, you name it. And we're going to sit down and have conversations about all the things. And the theme for this first capsule is change. So to break the ice, I'll go first. Every one of us is a facet on the giant disco ball of life, waiting for a little light to hit just right. I'm Hella Rader. Come join me as I shine a light on the women whose stories help me stay out of the dark. Welcome to our disco ball, the stories that sparkle. We are recording now. It's official, Marsha.
Wow, we are on
the air.
Yeah, we're on the starting line.
We're on the starting line. We are now chatting.
Love it.
Oh, let me pull up my my audio level monitoring situation so that, I know that we're not blowing out the speakers.
As we know, we like to do things with perfection.
That's right.
Yes, it's a high requirement we have for ourselves.
I am nothing if not a perfectionist.
Amen. Yes. I mean, why not do it if you're going to do it, do it perfectionist.
Right. That's right. Do it like all the way.
Yes.
So, hello everyone. I am sitting here in my sunroom. It's not sunny today though.
Yeah.
It is cloudy and rainy, but I'm here with my friend Marsha.
Hello.
Hello, Marsha.
Hi.
Who has generously offered to come and chat with me. Although we do this a lot, this chatting thing. Yeah.
We are chat professionals.
Yes, we routinely chat extensively.
Yes.
It often involves a cup of coffee.
Yes, nice coffee, mostly decaf.
That's right, for me, because I get the jitters.
Yeah, not me, though.
Otherwise, I will start smoking again, which we don't want to do that.
As we know, that was quite the battle.
Yeah, no more of that.
Yeah.
No more of that. That's a story for a whole other time.
Yeah, in the rear view now.
In the rear view, yes. Anyway, I thought, okay, it's time to add a podcast. But I also thought it would be probably pretty great to know what is this podcast or not cast podcast, as I like to call it. What is it even about? What are we talking about here?
And by the way, if you're listening to this, you have to know, you got to read Hella's Substack. It's amazing. I mean, she just really shines a light on so many topics and just really lets me know that, wow, I'm not the only one that thinks these things. So it's a really good read, and I would highly recommend it. And I'm not saying that just because I like Hella. It's exceptional reading.
Well, thank you, Marsha. That's why I invited you over.
Yes, and I'm not getting paid, so just so you know.
That's also true. This is on her own dime in her free time.
Yeah, and I always tell the truth, especially when I'm not getting paid.
Okay, that's true. That's a true statement. Marsha does not hold back or mince the words. So
yeah, lots of stories on that topic.
Yes, we can. That's a whole other session series.
Very good.
So anyway, yes. So I wanted to just have a conversation today and sort of set the stage. And I didn't want to just. I'm just not going to do that as a solo artist. I prefer to have that as a conversation with somebody else, not like, and then pontificate. But yeah, so for me, doing this audio version of the Stories That Sparkle is because I want to shine a light on the women that I know in lots of different ways, both younger and older than me, some that I've known for a really long time and some that I'm getting to know better now, and some that I haven't met yet. I want to hear what they have to say. And like what's going on? Let's talk about it.
So I think this is really a great idea that you are adding this extra layer of something to this, and it helps people get to know you. And I know, although you don't want to, be the focus of everything, I think it's really important for people to know you. So this is a great way to do it.
I received that.
Yes.
Watch how I receive, Marsha.
Such an important thing too that you've taught me, by the way.
Oh.
Where what people would say, tell me oh, I like your shirt. And I would say something rando like, oh, yeah, I got it at a thrift store for like 25 cents because I wanted them to be impressed by my, all of my good ways that I manage my finances, because I just couldn't take in, oh, yeah, that's really thank you. That's a really nice thing to say. And yes, thank you. I do feel good about this shirt. No, I have to tell you, I have to give you more information.
Right.
I can't
I have to deflect
take
away.
that in.
No.
Yes.
Not me.
No, of course.
No.
Never.
Yeah, I don't know, it's almost 20 years ago now, someone say to me, Hella, the next time someone pays you a compliment, you're just going to say, thank you. And I was like, that is so uncomfortable.
Oh, that's radical.
But the first few times I did that, it was painful.
Yeah.
To just say thank you and then leave it there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Tell me about that a little bit. I mean, how'd you navigate that?
I just did it, and it was uncomfortable, and I hated every second of it. And I would just stand there awkwardly after I said it, and like it would be this weird silence, because most people also don't expect you to just say thank you and then keep it moving.
Right.
So I would just say thank you, and then we would all both just stand there looking around like
awkwardly,
trying not to make eye contact. Because what was that?
Right.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's you
and
deflect
maybe
to the
that
weather.
was just my perception of what was going on. I mean, they may have been like, whatever, like not even paying any mind to what I had just said. But in my brain and in my entire body, everything went cray-cray. And I was like, oh my God, I think I might die. I just said thank you with no explanation or justification or defense. Like I didn't dismiss it. Like I just kept doing it.
Yeah. Just those little tidbits of things that you've had to navigate that made you really uncomfortable. I imagine this transition has been that way as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of been the worst.
Yeah. The transition is very difficult when you have in your mind set that this is the direction your life is heading, and then all of a sudden abruptly, you have to switch gears. So that's an experience you've had lately, and really largely what brought you here to this forum, right?
That really started like during COVID.
Okay.
I was in this house, looked very different then, but in this house with the man I was getting a divorce from, and we were sort of in shutdown, lockdown together.
Oh, how tough.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Wow. I mean, it's hard enough to be locked up with people that you want to spend time with, but I can imagine at that point in your relationship, you probably wanted a bit of a separation, like physical separation, right?
It was awkward. So I started writing a book.
Right.
Well, actually, I wasn't trying to write a book. It was accident.
Oh,
what
interesting.
What happened was I was just, I had come through COVID, divorce.
Right.
Like I was feeling like, kind of coming out of COVID and like lockdowns and travel restrictions and all of that. And I was reigniting like some creative spark within me that had long since gone dormant, or really had gone away, because I had spent the 20 years I was married really doing everything for his dreams.
Okay.
And not necessarily because he asked me to. I just did it, and then never really rearranged the parameters there, and just sort of used it as a great excuse not to risk doing anything that was important to me. And that's a whole other story for another time. But the net result of that is I started writing again, which I hadn't done in decades, and was really enjoying it. And I was like just writing every day, like all these stories, like from when I was growing up and all kinds of stories. And then a friend of mine was like, I sent a bunch of it to a friend of mine, and she was like, this is, I was like, oh, it's a one-woman show. Cause in my head, like, I'm just going to wake up and do a one-woman show.
Right. Yeah. You're like that, right?
Yeah,
you just launch into things.
Yeah. I'm like, I watched a few comedy specials. I can do that. Psh. I mean, that is so ridiculous. When I hear that, but in my mind, I was like,
I think it's brave, by the way.
I'll just go do that. So I was writing all these stories. I'm like, hey, friend, this is like my one woman show. And she's like, I'm pretty sure that's a book. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So I knew enough that I didn't know how to do a book.
Okay.
So I asked around, and a different friend of mine linked me up with a writing group. And so they really helped. So I worked with that writing group, actually with a writing coach, for a year and a half, and learned how to actually write a book.
Wow. That's
while
impressive.
writing a book.
Wow.
So that's kind of where I always do things that I'm like, I'm going to learn how to do this while doing it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think I was telling you earlier about a quote that I had read somewhere about, I think it was Van Gogh. I'm probably not going to be able to find it because I can never navigate there it is. I did find it. And sometimes I'm successful at navigating technology, but it said, I'm always doing what I cannot do yet in order to learn how to do it. And that's exactly what you're doing, right?
I like that quote.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm going to hang that on my wall.
Yeah. And that's I think it's really brave what you're doing too. Because, a lot of us, I know, sit around and think about, well, what would we do if we could? Like, the big conversation. If I had $1 million, you've heard that conversation. What would I do with it? And I just think it's just so wonderful that you're taking the end of something and launching it into the beginning of you.
I wrote myself into myself is how I like to put it.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm like, I was like, it was painful to go over the last, not just 20 years, but more than 20 years, and just revisit some of the choices I made or didn't make, the dreams I let die on the vine, and just sort of kick to the curb. And
you talk about in your Substack, you talk about your flower that I'm looking at. I'm actually admiring it as we're speaking.
The amaryllis.
Yeah,
yes.
that how things are underneath, right? Like on the surface, it was kind of dying. It looked like it was dying. And you just did a few little things to nurture it. And now it's this,
I mean, it's huge.
It's beautiful. I mean, I'm jealous. Okay, that's what I want to say. It's just so gorgeous. But that's kind of what you're describing about yourself, really.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll let you say that about me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because then you will have to go into the old self-deprecating things. But yeah, you were talking. Thank you. Yeah, so you've come up with all these things. I was hearing too that you had a lot of support in that.
I did. So I had a writing coach. Then I was working with a personal trainer, like strength training, which I've been doing for a while, like a few years. Then I started doing yoga again.
Wow, nice.
Then I found a great chiropractor. I started working with a somatic therapist.
Right.
And then a lot of different women, some dudes.
Yeah.
Over a long, long period of time who have just been there and made sure the light was on.
Nice.
So that when I was ready or able or whatever to walk into out of the dark place.
Right.
I knew where I was going.
Yes.
Like I had a beacon to head toward.
Yeah, that's really nice. And I think too, what I'm hearing is that you're learning to not just pay attention to yourself, right? Like, doing self-care and actually, because you were talking about all the things that you're doing and have done for yourself, right? Like with your yoga and therapy and chiropractics and all those wonderful things that we can use.
It's taken a village.
Right, exactly. And so this is really fascinating to hear that you're paying attention now to the messages you're getting, right? That there's something out there that wants you to speak on these things, because I think that's really true, right? When we keep having a recurring theme, that's something trying to tell us, hey, this is something you need to look at. And then there's a stirring, right, deep inside that you know what you know. You can't turn away from the truth of it, right? You have to do it, and yet to muster all these things, right? To buy the equipment and just really just do it. I mean, I just think it's incredible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I've been trying to do this for over 2 years. The Substack just posting, and I ended my career, my corporate job, not my career, but my corporate job.
Right.
And that ended. And my mentor, Barbara, who makes an appearance everywhere, died. And in July.
Wow.
So that was kind of like, what?
Yeah.
And I just, in September, was like, well, I'm not working full time.
Right.
My book is mostly done. I finished the rewrites. So
That's a lot of work.
That was
to do that,
yeah, that
right?
was a lot of work. But I'm like, now what?
Yes. Yes.
What am I gonna? I'm like, well, I might as well just. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. And I think part of my hesitation for a long time, whether it was a podcast or a Substack or whatever, it's like, I don't have any. What am I going to talk about? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, why? And I think also the pressure to be like, well, it has to be good.
Oh,
or
yeah,
it has to
right.
be, like, what do people want to hear about? I have to do it this kind of way because that's how you do it, or that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, because we're perfectionists, so we have to do it the right way.
Right.
I mean,
or
of course.
it has to make money, and if it needs to make money, then it needs to be like this or like that. And
there's so much self-doubt, right, that we have to overcome before we can launch into something.
This is what I've done most of my life, which I work very hard to not do, as I guess how I would say it, which is reverse engineer. Like, I'll pick an outcome.
Yes.
I'll decide, like, I want an outcome.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And then I'll be like, okay, how do I reverse engineer from the outcome back to where I am today to get to that outcome?
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
So, and then I'm like, okay, that's a lot of mental masturbation, quite frankly.
Yes.
My dear friend, we were having our Sunday morning call this morning, and we were talking about mental masturbation. So that was on my brain. She used that.
I love it.
She used that phrase, and I was like, totally going to use that today. Here we are. But so I'll do all of that mental gymnastics is another way to put it. Like all over the place to figure out how to get to that outcome. And usually what happens when I do that is I do nothing because I'm like, well, because I'll talk myself out of doing it at all because I'm like, well, there's no way I'll get to that outcome.
Right.
So I might as well not bother doing anything. So instead I'm like, okay, thank you, brain, for talking, but we're gonna stop talking now.
I was thinking the slogan, keep it simple.
Yes.
There you go.
Keep it simple.
There you go.
And first things first.
First things first.
And just for today.
That's right.
So, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do all of them at the same time.
Right. Because we know you're a multitasker.
Yeah, multitasking overachiever. I'm going to do all the slogans simultaneously. But I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. Just start somewhere.
Right.
And be yourself.
Yes.
Like, just write what you have to say, what your experience is.
Yes.
Because a lot of times I'm like, why, what am I doing? I should just stop and give up on this. And Barbara was like, listen, Missy, you're gonna finish that book. And so she kept me, she could do just one thing, do this one thing.
Yeah.
It was the best suggestion because she knows.
Yes.
Or she knew that I do 10 things simultaneously most of the time.
Yeah.
So she was like, look, just do this one thing and do it.
Yes. This is so important to for us to talk about with each other as women, how we support each other and how we get from an idea of dreaming, to taking an action and doing it. And it'll be so wonderful to hear about how these other ladies, women, wonderful people, because you've said it wasn't just women that you've met on your journey, how they have taken this idea, whether they've come to it through an abrupt ending to something or just finally just taking a shift and saying, you know what, I'm just going to go out there and do it. So I'm really excited to hear about that experience and how that's played into helping you.
Yeah, because, part of it for me is, the reason I'm focusing right now and we'll see down the road, on women is because I've got, part of this whole change was literally the change.
Right.
I mean, going through menopause,
Right.
going through COVID, a divorce, menopause.
Wow. Like,
writing a book.
I mean, that's a heavy mental lift, by the way, to do all that. I mean, for me, it is anyway, because again, playing into the perfectionist, not trying to make that the topic here, but that you were talking about that earlier, how you just get in your own way. Mm-hmm. Right? When you're trying to do something. Yeah. So,
well, and when I went through menopause, like I called people and I was like, I think I have a brain tumor.
Right.
Like,
what's up with that?
They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I think I have a brain tumor. Because I'm acting cray-cray. Like I'm acting in a way that I don't even feel. I'm just saying and doing things that I'm like, what is happening here? And so I'm really grateful. I guess my point in all of that is I'm really grateful that I had learned over the years to not keep things secret. But that was a new development. I mean, most of my life, even up until, really that year of going through COVID, divorce, and emerging on the other side of it, even though there was, I can look back on even the last 3 years and go, wow, there's been a lot that had to happen just in the last 3 years. And then I'll look back again in 10 years and go, oh my God, I had no idea. That was just the beginning. Right. And that's cool. Like I'm good with that today. But, just looking back on that, I'm like, yeah, I thought I knew what I was doing, but it was really only in the last 5 years that I've gotten radically honest with the people in my life. Not only with, and there was a moment there where I was a little bit too honest with everybody. And I'm like, okay, dial it back. Like not
you got to know who your audience is, right?
Yeah. Like not everybody needs to know all the things. Hello. Like it calm down, but, that was part of the process though, for me to I hadn't spoken, essentially, I hadn't talked in so long. Yeah. That once I started talking, I couldn't stop talking.
Yeah. Because now you're real talk. This is real talk, right? This is hella. Yeah. Not just what other people want, you think other people want you to say or what other people want you to be, right? Now you're diving into who you are and letting that out. What you're talking about is the inside. What's the inside work that happens before, you throw it out there for everybody else to take in and reflect upon themselves, right? Of what their next.
Yeah. Like, if not now, when? Right. I have this moment, to do the hard lift of reclaiming who I am. It's been messy. It continues to be messy. There are days when I don't want to get the hell out of bed. Or I get out of bed and I sit in this chair and I'm like, the best thing I can do is go for a walk 3 times a day. Right. Because I'm like, I don't know what else to do with myself. Right. But I'm going to do that. So it's been a really messy. I've done it messy in front of a lot of people in a small town.
Oh boy.
Okay, right? I've done it messy with people, in different cities. Like it's just been messy and I've gotten okay with it being messy, right? But it's been
and that had to have been freeing.
It was
to accept yourself, right? To accept yourself, because coming out of COVID, let me tell you, that was quite a energetic thing mentally to try to, reincorporate ourselves. I mean, I myself felt like I was a, rabid animal being reintroduced, to proper society, so to speak. It's quite a lot of things, like major life changes coming out through that is just
and the interesting thing is because of the way my marriage was, I was very isolated.
In the relationship.
Yes. In my life. And so ironically, when COVID happened, my life wasn't that different.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Like everyone was freaking out and I get it. Right. Oh my God, staying at home. I'm like,
Yeah, well, that kind of probably shone a light for you. Like, what my life is really not the same as this is very different for everybody else.
Dramatically change because because of COVID.
Wow.
And sure, I couldn't go to as many places and visit as many people in different places, but I was
feeling of it.
I was like, OMG, my life in many ways looks very much the same.
Right.
Like it didn't significantly alter. I mean, it did in some other ways.
Sure.
And that was a real eye opener.
That a big awareness, I'm sure, right?
So I'm like, part of it was like, well, it makes being in COVID lockdown much easier for me. Because I'm like, well, been here already.
Right. Know how to do this.
Welcome.
Very pro at all of this.
I'm like, this is my area of expertise,
skill set, let me say.
So welcome to my world. This is how I've been living for quite some time. At least 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years probably
that's
of
incredible.
COVID style, self-imposed.
You were prepping
lockdown.
for COVID and didn't know it.
I had no idea. So, so I had to, so it was so coming out of that, so plus COVID, plus divorce, plus 10 years of pre-COVID living.
Love it. Pre-COVID COVID. That's a bumper sticker.
It was like, I'm like, what? I don't even remember how to dress. I mean, how to talk, what to talk about.
Right.
Like it was, I don't think I understood how shut down I had been for how long.
Yeah. From yourself.
From myself.
Right.
And
completely
all kinds
disconnected.
of, yes, like so disconnected. So all of that conspired together to get me to the person that's actually always been there this whole time.
Wow.
Right.
That's incredible.
In a whole new way.
Right.
And at a whole new level and going like, oh, I'm just going to embrace her and let her do this.
Yeah. What a story of resilience too, to be able to, have that awareness, right? Like kind of like the cloudy veil's been lifted on what the reality of my life is. And now trying to discover, well, what do I want it to be now? Mm-hmm. Now, what do I do with this information? And then I'm thinking that's probably when you started talking, right? And listening to other women with their stories and coming into an awareness of, oh, wow, I'm not by myself here, because everybody has their own path, right? Through difficult times and struggle. And, but interestingly enough, struggle and difficulties always seems to bring about something wonderful, right? Much like the flower, right? On the surface, it looks like, oh, this is terrible. Everything's in decay. But yet we can clearly see, and I can see that in my life, and I certainly can see it in yours, that you've made that leap, right, from this place. So it's great to have these other women, other people like, even different than us, to listen to their stories and be able to hear, well, what were their dark places like and how did they get out of them? I just think that's a really good thing to explore.
Yeah, and I just, because there's enough dark. There's just enough darkety dark.
Exactly. Let's see what we can do with that, right?
So I'm like, I'm like, yeah, cool. And also like, I'm not afraid of it anymore. Like I used to be terrified of the dark.
Right.
Like we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Like literally, if it's pitch black outside, like still to this day, I'm like, I'm good. That's why I don't like going to the woods camping. Like it's way too damn dark out there.
It's not the bugs or the bears.
No, I'm like, it's just too dark.
Yeah,
I'm like
it
this
is.
creepy crawly darkness. Like I don't do well in the dark. So
yeah.
So, but I'm not afraid of my own shadow or the dark in the same way I used to be.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to live in it.
Right.
The way I used to make my home there. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like I may wake up in it.
Yeah.
I may go to bed in it.
Yeah.
I may have moments throughout the day where it feels very dark. But most of the time, I choose not to live there and invest in it. Like, I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, I did that for so long, literally made a home there that I'm like, I'm like, right now I have this, it feels like not like the only, or like it's my one shot. Like, but I feel like I have this, I've been given I'm so grateful. I have the privilege of having a moment of time where I have the ability and the resources for a period of like not
really
forever,
but
for right now
to
do this and to explore it and to say, okay, whatever happens with it or doesn't, I did the thing that I said I was going to do. And that to me, for me, not for anyone else, is the most important thing, is that I did the thing I said I was going to do. I'm a woman of my word to myself.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I know that I will push that down because I've got too much to do.
Right.
And I have this to do and that to do and the other thing, the groceries, the laundry, the whatever, working, paying the bills, mowing the lawn, cleaning the house, all the things. And that tends to take up all the space in my life. So then anything that's left over, like my desire, my time, it really gets shoved down a bit.
Yeah, it's like all the excuses I had were literally removed.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that fascinating?
And I'm like I can't say I'm too busy because literally I'm not.
Yes.
So I guess that's not going to work.
I just really feel like a lot of elements have come together to just, narrow your path where this is where you're going, lady.
And I'm
Buckle
like,
up.
I don't, whatever happens to it, whatever happens next, I have no idea. I'm just going to do this because this is the next right thing I can see that is here for me to do next. And trust, I don't know, just go for it.
Yeah.
Because when you were talking about, there's always something else I got to do. There's always, I'm doing all these 50 things in a day.
Right.
Because superhuman people. The same lady who said, just say thank you, hello, when people pay you a compliment. She's like, every week I had to have a date night with myself.
Wow.
But the date night was not like doing something.
Oh, no.
It was literally...
Tell me it was only like 5 or 10 minutes.
Nope, 3 hours.
What?
Yeah. So I had to have dinner, pick up dinner on my way home.
Okay.
Or have it already prepared and just reheat it. Don't...
Not working, not doing any major prep.
Right. Buy myself some flowers.
Wow, nice.
Come home, have dinner, and then do nothing.
What?
Don't...
Do nothing?
Don't do a project.
How is this possible?
Anything. I could pull out art supplies and doodle or paint, but I was not allowed to do anything productive. Meaning
no laundry,
no laundry,
no socks mating,
no sock matings.
By the way, I have to take this opportunity to talk about my socks. How awesome they are!
Oh my gosh!
Have a nice day.
They are
big
very
smiley
bright.
Face.
My socks say "feel good."
Oh, nice
on them. Yeah,
socks are so important.
Yeah,
I think it's a quality of life thing. Socks. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
So I got very creative. I guess I'll take a bath.
Yeah. How can you waste time?
That's 30 minutes right there.
Right. Immediately. Right. We've been trained to be productive perfectionists.
But that was one of the first times where I started doodling and making art again.
Really?
Not in any real way, but I got my crayons out, and it was, and it's eventually I did it more. The
it's
more
a relaxing
I did it,
thing.
It
not
got
just
yes,
yeah.
It got easier. But I won't lie. The first few times, I was like,
what time is it?
I think my eyeballs are gonna pop out of my head.
Oh yeah.
And my whole body is vibrating with anxiety about just being here by myself, quietly, making it all about myself.
Right, because that's just so wrong, isn't it? That's to me a radical thing, right? To be able to just devote time to self, of not doing something productive, not doing something that's going to cross something off of the list of things to do.
So some days right now, the best thing I do is I do nothing. I just sit here, and I because every morning I get up, I sit in this chair and I do my morning time. I do my readings and meditate. I write some stuff, and I just sit here. And some days, and I watch the birds because the bird feeder's right here.
Wow.
And that's I'm like, you know what? I couldn't have done that, by the way, before.
Right.
Because I didn't, because I couldn't.
Right. Of course not.
Now it's when in doubt, I'm just going to do that or go for a walk, because any other thing I start to think about or try and do, So.
Yeah, that's really fascinating. I could tell, in my body, I could feel like a little bit of anxiety as you were talking about that, because there's something in me that knows that I need to do something like that. And yet there's a part of me that's like, oh no, you can't do that. What are you thinking? You have, you're here to serve others and to meet needs of, the adult in you, you need to, be responsible. And I too have a lot of rules, as you know.
Right.
So I could feel, it's interesting, just sitting here, because I'm sitting in such a lovely space, I might add. I've seen birds and squirrels, and it's just so lovely what you have going on here. And so I began to relax. But immediately when you started talking about that, I could feel that tension in me. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I've learned very well in life that I'm not as unique as I thought I was.
Yeah, no, this was a great, unfortunate revelation to me.
Right. Very excited about this. I can't wait to hear more about what you're going to do and where you're going to go.
Thank you.
Of course. This has been such a lovely way to spend an afternoon. Keep honoring yourself, friend. Keep going.
Well, thank you. Love you, girl.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like we're on a phone call. Thank you for listening to the Stories That Sparkle. Please rate, review, subscribe, follow, all those things. And please hang out over on Substack, hellorator.substack.com. And if you have a story you'd like me to include or you want to share, please drop me a line, because together we bring light into dark places.